Hi and welcome to my channel. So an international student studying in the UK has just been arrested because while working as a carer, just doing extra shifts to earn extra money, she accepted over £9,000 from the elderly patient that she was supporting, and all of that. But it gets even worse, and I'm going to tell you exactly that in today's video and what you should know if you're currently in the UK or you're still out planning to come to this country, because there's a lot about working in the UK than it meets the eye. So if you're interested, by the way, in UK jobs, visa sponsorship, relocation, switching your visa, the best opportunities to earn the most while working the least, leave a comment in the comment section and say I'm interested to know more, and I'll send the details your way. Let me tell you something. You need to be very careful with what you do in the UK. There are things that may have been normal in your home country or in other places, but in the UK, let me tell you, they're gonna be a big deal, especially if you're dealing with people that are considered to be vulnerable. The first things first, in the UK, a client is always considered vulnerable, even if you think they're okay. Which means that as long as you are a carer, you're a nurse, you're a healthcare professional supporting somebody, that somebody will always be considered vulnerable. Now, what do I mean? By the way, if you're watching this, tell me in the comment section, do you think that it's fair, to have arrested or sacked this particular student working as a carer for accepting this so-called gift, according to the student, from this, elderly person, because that's what they are, a vulnerable elderly person that she was supporting? And I'll tell you the circumstances that led to this, or do you think it's utterly unfair? And talking about this particular thing, actually, if you're watching this and you're thinking, Melvis, I need support to apply for UK jobs, I need, career progression in the UK, I need to get into nursing, I need to transition into the NHS, I'm sick and tired of my current job, it's paying peanuts, I need something that pays good money, you can contact me directly. Check the comment section. I do have a free group on Telegram. I offer one-to-one support for all of these, and my free group is on Telegram. I've dropped the link in the comment section below, or just head over to Telegram, type Nurse Melvis Career Coaching. The group will pop up, and then you can join that way. So that when we're communicating, you know exactly that you're in the right place and in a very safe space. Because like I say, I've had 16 years of experience in healthcare, 14 years in the UK, and I've progressed from a carer to an advanced nurse practitioner, and I know a lot about mannerisms, behaviors when it comes to healthcare jobs. And again, it's like having relationships, right? In the UK, you cannot at any point in your life have or get into a relationship with somebody that is your client or that you've supported at any point. Even if this person was your previous client and they're no longer a client, legally, you cannot, because that person will always be considered vulnerable and you will always be seen to be taking advantage of that person, even if you think that person is okay. I keep stressing on this because these things happen all the time. Some people are like, Melvis, but this lady is okay. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's got capacity. You know what I mean? Or this man is absolutely perfectly fine. He knows what he's doing. He's not like he was confused or he's got dementia or anything. No, it doesn't matter. This person can be perfectly okay. They can come to the hospital only for you to check their blood pressure, and then they leave. They're already a patient. And if anything happens, you get into a relationship or accept any gifts, let me tell you, you're going to be in deep trouble if anybody finds out about that. And that's why I'm going to tell you exactly the processes to pursue. And talking about processes to pursue, by the way, there are lots of opportunities going on in the UK at the moment. If you're somebody who, like me, is obsessed about opportunities for progression and all of that, there's free nursing courses. There's a new program to become a doctor in the UK. There are also lots of opportunities to get trained, while getting paid, no tuition fees to study in the UK while working with visa sponsorship if needed. If you're interested in this, leave a comment in the comment section and say, I want to study for free in the UK. Talking about studying for free, this is how I was able to get my 2 master's degrees in the UK without paying tuition fees. If this student had enrolled on one of these pathways, she would not have been struggling so much as to get into these desperate measures, because many of us know what is wrong. We know what we shouldn't do, but because of the need that we have for money, it's very, very difficult and we are stressed out. Talking about need for money as well, I've got a support group called the Work From Home Tribe, which is there to help you to get started earning extra money from home. I always talk about, if you're studying in the UK, these 20 hours that you've got is not enough to pay you any reasonable amount of money. So I get where certain things are coming from. It is not. You need to get a remote job. You need to start side hustle. You need to get something they can do from home so that you can earn ridiculously better amounts of money than all of this. There's a place and time for these jobs, but let me tell you, there's no money in it. And that's why my work from home tribe is there to help you get started earning extra money from home anywhere in the world, no matter your qualifications, no matter your degree, no matter the country, no matter the experience that you've got. Many of you here have registered. I'm looking forward to seeing you in our live masterclass on Wednesday. If you've not registered, leave a comment in the comment section and say, I want work from home jobs, because these will pay you a lot more than these so-called UK jobs that will end you and put you into a lot of trouble without even any money from it. It is not worth your time. But like I said, there's a place and time for these jobs. So again, when you register and become a member of the Work From Home tribe, what do you get? You get access to those links, the companies that are recruiting globally. You have access to CV samples, full cover letter samples. Obviously, we've got the live masterclass coming up on Wednesday. You've also got courses. You know, if you're somebody who just wants an intro into those remote opportunities, you want to do a course to give you a heads up and to just help to enhance your chances of success and earning more money. That's why it's all there. But with these students, so not only have they lost their job as a carer, they've also been arrested and charged for fraud. Now, you may be thinking, why on earth is this considered fraud? It's for the reasons that I explained before. But if a patient gives you a gift, because somebody can be very grateful for the care that you've given to them and all of that, and they give you something. But apparently, with this particular carer, she was going through quite a lot of stress, regarding, financial difficulties. You know how it is when you're studying in the UK, right? It's very, very tough. So apparently, the person that she was supporting was like, oh, what's going on? You're looking really down. You're looking very different. So she opened up about the problems that she had. And then the person offered to be able to help and give her all these thousands of pounds, which she took. And then obviously the family later on found out and all hell was let loose. And so that's how she's ended up in all this brouhaha. The worst part is, this has been taken forward to the university. Obviously, she's already sacked from her job, obviously. This has been taken to the university, and she has actually been given a date for a hearing. So there's going to be a hearing about all of this, what transpired, what actions should the university take, and all of that. And obviously, I'm going to update you regarding the final decision, because this is a case that I just hope that it all ends well for her, because some people make mistakes, right? People make mistakes, and there's always got to be a second chance, but these are things that you shouldn't do. So accepting gifts is not okay. If you accept any gift from a client, you need to present it to your company. If you're, say, working in a hospital, you present it to your manager, to your nurse in charge. If you're working for a private company, you present it to your manager. Personally, I always just say, no, thank you very much. I'm already getting paid. This is why I'm being paid, to support you. I'm just doing my job. I appreciate the concern that you've got, but I cannot accept this. I don't even go through the whole length of I'm going to accept it, then present it. No, I just say, no, thank you very much. Or if there's anything, give it to my office, give it to our manager, give it to the ward. That's what I personally say, because you get those patients. As a nurse myself, you get patients who are like, oh, you've been so kind, can I buy you a coffee? You've been so good. I'm going down to the shop. Can I just pick up something for you? I'm like, no, thank you very much. I appreciate the offer, but no, I cannot accept it. So don't. Worst of all, trying to say, I'm going to take a loan, this, doesn't work. Your patient will always be considered vulnerable, even if you think they're absolutely perfectly okay. And there's never going to be any moment in time where it's acceptable for you as a staff member to accept such gifts, so-called gifts, let's put it that way, from a patient or from a client that you're supporting, even after that. That's why I say making friends. Look, personally, as a nurse, I don't make friends, whether with the staff or with the patients. I don't go to work to look for friends. You're going to work to stay on your own lane and be professional at all times, and think about the reason why you've come to this country, the reason why you're there. Because when things go rough, let me tell you, nobody's going to stand by you. Everybody's going to take a step back and say, you should have said no. You should never have accepted this. So you need to be very careful, be very smart, very strategic. It's not everything that we can talk about here on social media, but this is to give you a heads up to say, this is what's happened and you should be careful, because this is happening to more and more people. And 99.9% of things, I don't come here to share them because it's just like, oh my God, no. But once in a while, it's good to just give you a heads up so that you know exactly what to expect. Like I said, if you need one-to-one support with these UK jobs, you can contact me directly. I do have a free group on Telegram called Nurse Melvis Career Coaching, so that you know that you're definitely communicating with me. And please share this with your loved ones so that they are aware of this and they don't fall in